It's a good day to be alive, and it's a beautiful day to talk about what's going on with our lives, to unpack certain things, to bring certain truths to the table, and then to also have you weigh in with your opinion, just like you've always sent us your feedback, and we love it. We love the fact that we get to you get to contribute, you get to tell us what you feel, you get to send us your issues and your messages, and from that we are able to actually come up with some of the topics and the things that we talk about. So this is a community, and a community that I love deeply. So the Sabitis are here today.
Exactly. Joy fills my heart every time I sit on this set with you, because long time ago I dreamt that I would serve with my wife. I would work with my wife, I would minister with my wife. And look,
see what God has done.
This is answer to prayer. It's one particular thing that I take a lot of pride and joy. I'm excited every time I'm doing it. I'm never exhausted and tired when it comes to this, because I know I'm speaking my life. I'm speaking my journey. I'm doing ministry. I'm happy to be here.
And so am I. It's really an honor. It's not something that you easily find, that God puts people together for a purpose.
Yeah.
One thing that keeps me so thankful and grateful about our union is the purpose that we have towards serving God and serving people. That it's not about us. Whatever we have, be it the finances, be it like everything, our home is open to serving. Like everything we are about is open to serving. And I think for me that is something that is unusual, that you just don't find everywhere, but something that really gives me great satisfaction and fulfillment at the end of the day. And I think it keeps our relationship even happier. I think when you have that united front, that two people cannot work together unless they agree. I think there is that agreement, a deeper agreement, not to just make ourselves happy, but to also make another person happy. And I think that's God's calling upon this marriage. So today we are here to talk about something that has been scratching Tim's heart for a very long time. So if you see him cut wires and chop wires, just know I am going to be scratching him so that he can chop those wires. But we want to be able to speak on the issue of alpha females. Definitely we can't talk about the issue of alpha females without talking about alpha males, because it's something that originated together. And here we are in a place where it is misused, in a place where it is abused actually, in a place where violence is happening, aggression is happening, and homes are breaking. And, people find it so fancy to name themselves as I am an alpha female, but hiding bad manners underneath the coat of alpha female. It's like putting on a wolf's skin and yet a sheep's skin, and yet you're wolf inside. Okay. And by the way, that brings me to the origin of this. Do you know that when you talk about alpha males, the origin of this was about males, and this was gotten from the wolves. You know how you watch those movies about wolves moving in packs? And so there will always be that wolf that is a loner, that is more confident, that is like a leader. It does not move in packs. Like it thinks, it directs, it's ambitious, it's a go-getter, it's a fighter. And so they correlated its behavior to a human behavior, to men. When you go into a place and there's an alpha male, you can actually tell. In the first instinct, you can't miss the level of confidence and the level of intelligence, creativity, excellence. Like there are certain things that actually
about them that are outspoken.
That in the first 2 minutes when you walk into a room, you will know who an alpha male is, and you will know who is dominating. By the way, the dominant does not have to necessarily be the boss. It's very possible that dominating person in that place is not necessarily the boss. So, but you realize that humans are different from animals.
Of course.
So I don't know how long this research was made, but the correlation was made about the behavior, about...
And then there were patterns.
There were patterns that were actually outstanding.
Absolutely. That's very true. So,
there is a way.
No.
You are like these women who are waiting to quarrel. It's like, you're like, where are you going?
I just want to know where this is going, because I like how you started. It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good about these alphas, alpha male, alpha female. But I just want to concentrate on the alpha female.
The alpha female, yes. But I wanted to
because
to
my point here is anything good, once it goes into excesses, once it's not timed and properly managed, abused. Of course it has to be abused. And that's where my real issue is. I married an alpha female, but I'm proud to say she's a wife at home, and she's a real mother,
a natural,
and a wife, that respects the husband, loves me,
loyal,
and takes care of me. Now, that does not take away the fact that you are confident, you're a go-getter, you know, ambitious. Out there you're ambitious, you're a dreamer, you're a pioneer, you're a trailblazer, you have all those good things,
traits.
Good traits. And when do we benefit from them? When you're out there. We don't benefit from those when you're in the house. We don't need a go-getter in the house.
Now, that is where the problem comes in. That is where the problem comes in. Give us.
Okay, Kali, give us.
No. I just wanted to bridge.
I think I was going ahead of you, but I like. Okay, let me just make my point. I like, the good attributes about who an alpha female is. My problem is the application. Number one thing that I cannot stand is to see a woman who disrespects a husband because she feels she's an alpha female.
It's so disheartening.
That I cannot take. To me, there's a turn off. To me, you've thrown away the most important thing and exchanged it for whatever.
For vanity.
Yes.
It perishes. Money goes. Positions go.
They go. You know? But I've been in places, Hilda, where a woman tells you to choose between my work or my boss and our vision and mission at work and my family. I'm choosing my work and my... I've been in spaces with men who are telling me that she said that to me 1,001 times. She's told me that I don't care. If
like
the home,
vividly.
Yes, I don't care. My job is everything.
Wow.
My work is everything. My boss is everything. And I'm like, wow.
But where is that coming from?
I don't know.
Where is that because again I would want I want us to be able to dig. I don't want you to chop out. I don't want you to chop wires without us digging where it is coming from. Because remember, first we are therapists and psychologists.
I don't want to be any of that today.
No,
on
right
this
now
show. I don't want to. You be that. Hilda, here is a situation. These are some of the issues that I get from the men. Someone tells me, or comes to you and tells you, I've been married to this woman for 10 years. In our first years of our marriage, she was a wife, she was a mother, she was everything.
What changed?
Okay. 5 years later, well, she's the MD of this corporation, blah, 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 and everything has flipped. I don't know where
the woman went.
Namutebi went. I'm just giving an example. If Namutebi is watching, you shouldn't worry. I'm just giving an example. I mean, I don't know where Claire went. I don't see the mother of my children, my wife, anymore. We're strangers in the house. Everything. Well, she makes more money than me. Because it's normal. It's very normal these days that a woman can make more money than you as a man. And that shouldn't intimidate you as a man.
Yeah.
I usually tell my men that shouldn't intimidate you, that she's making more money. It is okay. It's possible because, I mean, we all go to school.
Yeah.
The education systems favor the women more. Most of the workplaces favor women more. You know, I was having a discussion with one of the gentlemen recently, and he said it is in their vision at their workplace to promote a woman. So there is no man in a managerial or a supervisory role.
Wow.
It's only women. Only women. It's only one person at the top, the CEO, who is the man. Only. And after him, everyone there, they're all women. And It's like, I mean, we've gotten used to it. But some of them are our wives. These are women that we've married. You get that point?
Yeah.
So the bit about the wallet is not really an issue.
It's not.
The issue is different. The guy says, ever since she got the money, the language changed. Tagambwako, tayogerwako. You cannot engage her in any conversation. When choice of school for the children, she just dictates. Hospital, she dictates. She does not listen to me. Gone are the days when we will sit down and we're like, we can't afford this kind of school because, you know, I can't afford that kind of money. You know, let's go to an affordable school. Those things are no longer there. Makes all the decisions, and I just have to say yes. Anything I say that is contrary to what she wants is a problem. Then she's on holidays all the time in the name of
work,
business trips and work, always traveling. And at first, when it started, I celebrated the fact that she was getting on a plane for the first time until it became 2 planes, 3 planes, and
now it's
a plane every 2 to 3 months. So I have to stay home, take care of the home. That wouldn't be an issue. But guess where the pain is? The way she speaks, the way she disrespects me. So I feel like the woman I married and the alpha female that I have in the house, 2 different human beings.
Now,
and so the question here is,
comes from somewhere.
What
Changed.
do I do? How do I handle this?
Yep. And that for me sends panic, especially in a man's life. There's a way a man becomes quite disgruntled because of what's happening, and sometimes the anxiety and everything that comes with that. But again, I want to go back, because before you highlighted the fact that some people, it's the money that actually changes them. There are people who are naturally born,
of course, money,
confident.
power corrupts. Yeah, I know.
There are people who are naturally born confident. They are confident, they're outstanding. Like everywhere you go, you can clearly see. Like someone says, I've been in leadership positions, I've been, even without, like, they were naturally confident, ambitious, go-getters. They were risk takers in their lives. And such women, it's very possible to be well nurtured even in the homes where they have come from. And they get to be, because I attribute the fact that I am who I am from my nurturing. Okay? Even when I am ambitious, a go-getter, a risk taker, I was nurtured well, and so I am seeing the fruits of my nurturing, that I can't deviate from the way that my mother showed me, the God that she showed me, the respect, the loyalty, the discipline and the character that she showed me, that nothing can change that, not even money, not even anything. Now,
Hilda,
that was sedimented
Hilda,
in me.
Let's go back to a particular gentleman that said 10 years married, the first 3 to 4 years of our marriage, she was excellent. She had everything that you've mentioned. That means,
but without money,
probably she was raised well in a Christian home, in a God-fearing home, in a loving home, and a loving family. She was shown the way that she's not supposed to deviate. What happened
when the money came?
When the money came. Because what you're telling me here right now is you've maintained. Before the money came, you were the same. When the money came, you managed it. You still stay the same. Yeah. What is different with these other women? Because the others, it's just like the flip happens when there is power and then when there is money. And
that's why we say the bad manners and the indiscipline, and sometimes the influence.
Can the bad manners and the indiscipline be hidden in the bad days?
Yes, it can.
Why do I feel like a bad mannered person is the same? Yesterday,
they are not. Because when they're in survival mode, let me tell you, when a bad mannered person is in the begging mode, or is in the being sustained, they will pretend. But still, you will see glimpses of that,
who they are,
but you will ignore the red flags.
The
way they speak, the way they, because there is, you're rapping, I think in Luganda, like wakuzibwa bulungi, but there is someone just speaking anything, backing out orders, And you're thinking it's just a relationship, and we are in a millennial.
I agree with
Gen
you.
Z
I
kind
agree
of
with you when you
right
say
now.
a situation can humble someone, but there will be glimpses of who they are that you can't miss them, because you can't pretend for 3 years.
You
for
will
3
feel
years,
the pinch.
You will know that deep inside there's something that's not right, because a bad-mannered person
does not hide.
That's what I was saying. That possible that it will pretend because there's a situation that is humbling them, but they just need one opportunity to show you who they are. And sometimes that opportunity will show. Okay, she will pretend maybe 80%, but the 20% will undo all the 80% at the least expected time. But now the total flip comes, I think, when there is power and money. When there is money.
Because this is what happens. When the glimpses are coming out, you see them, they pinch you, but because they are not lasting, they just erupt and go back. The bad manners. Now, when do they erupt? That is where someone that is watching us right now, a gentleman, should be able to be on the lookout. For example, some of them, when it's salary day, when they get money, they flip. Even when they're still getting small money, they flip. That is when they buy everything that they want. They will never, they will never come to the table to talk about anything. For them, they plan their own things, even when it's a family. As in, you will have those small glimpses.
So it's buried in them. It's
buried in them, and you're seeing it.
Okay, now, so this just amplifies what was already there.
Yes.
Agreed. Hilda, how do we handle that? Let me tell you, it stresses so many men out there. And as I speak, I know the men are watching.
Yeah.
And this is one issue that we have discussed over and over. For your information, we've invited Hilda sometimes over to the men's group, and we've asked her these questions because it's rampant. It's too much. The men feel feminized. They feel like we've exchanged roles. She's become the leader of the home, and I have to support everything. Of course, she's forcing me, and when I say no, I'm risking losing my home and my marriage. I'm risking losing my family, and I don't want to, because I believe there's something good about them that probably can change. I still hope that a day will come when the Claire I married becomes the Claire that I've always wanted to be with. So the thing here is, how do we handle Hilda? How do we deal with those fragments, those bombs, those issues? What do you advise? How would you tell, or how would you help a woman understand that to be an alpha female, is good? We don't have a problem with it. Our issue is, can you be alpha everywhere else but not in your home? Can you be a woman? Can you be a woman in the real sense of a woman? Can you be a mother? I imagine a woman in a home who will sit cross-legged and wait
to be served.
Not to be served. Wait for the husband to change a diaper.
Okay.
A baby's diaper. And even tell him, please, you've thrown it in the wrong place. Go and throw it outside in such and such a place. That's a woman seated.
In the name of modernity.
I don't know what modernity means.
To some people, yes, in the name of modernity.
Modernity should not be abused. Just like I said, the excesses
are bad.
Are the ones that we are calling bad. I'm talking about one who does it every day.
And you asked,
I'm not talking about someone. I'm not talking about someone. Hilda, if I change Asahel's diaper, I know what you would say. You would say, oh, honey, thank you. That's if you'll even allow me to do it. But you will thank me. But I'm talking about someone who does not say thank you, but says you've not done it right.
I know. And so many things
you've not done it right. And you're like, whoa. And sometimes you do some of these things when you have visitors. And I'm like, if you can do this, how much more when we are not around? And for me, you disrespect a man, you've disrespected me.
It comes off very
I take
painful.
Offense.
Yeah, but again, those are things that we must be able to address, because we've been told it's a modern era, so help. So when you help, some people help in the name of helping, and then the other people become entitled to that help. You get it? And then they actually start commanding and throwing orders around. But for me, when you ask me what should we do about this, I think for me, it comes from a place of reminding women, okay? Reminding a mother, a nurturer, a wife, reminding a woman in every sense of a woman that, you know what, your best fulfillment and your best satisfaction comes from you being the right person back in your home. When you're out in a side hustle, kuyiriba, business, and even in business arenas, by the way, because we put on pants, we are not going to become men. Because we put on pants, even in the boardrooms, you have seen women back and speak anyhow, and yet that is not your strength. Your strength is in being feminine. Your strength is not in showing I can do everything a man does. That is not. There is no satisfaction. We are not here to compete. We are here to be able to help each other, whether in a working environment and more so in your home. You are there to nurture, to make sure that your home is grounded, to make sure that your home is prayed for, to make sure that your home is well fed, to make sure that your home is well, even when you go out there and do whatever it is, your satisfaction as a woman is in being a woman and being feminine and being soft, not soft that can be taken for granted, but soft in grounding yourself as a woman. And I think you have explained that. When it comes to the single, because there are those that are watching us and are asking, but now how about us where a man does not care? Because those also must be addressed, where some men have decided to be women.
Bring it on.
You've decided to not,
I want to hear
not provide, not because because there are those, you're in a place where you are currently, you don't have money, and it's understandable that, you know what, a woman must be able to chip in. And most women say, whenever I chip in, then they take it for granted that must happen forever. So for most men, they are laid back and they have gone away from being men and leaders. Because guess what? If you want the mega solution for this problem, is a man taking their rightful position.
Okay.
Because when a man takes their rightful position, then a woman feels safe. The moment a woman does not feel safe, there are so many things that they will decide to do on their own. Because becoming the bad-mannered alpha female comes from so many things. It comes from growing up in homes where they did not feel safe and they felt they have to fend for themselves.
Okay.
So when they come into the world, they feel like they don't know where to draw the lines between their homes and outside. Mm-hmm. So now they have grown up, they have never been safe in their lives, and then they meet men who also don't create that security in terms of leadership, not even security in terms of money, but security in terms of leadership. Let me tell you, a woman can make a lot of money and still come back and depend on a man
for
to
his
make
leadership.
Decisions and leadership.
Okay, that is true. And I think when it comes to the mentorship, we handle that. That men have admitted, again, because of the upbringing, because of the way they were mentored and the families where they belong, that certain things are hard. For example, asserting themselves, being assertive and demanding, and or being iron or being a bit tough and stuff like that. So some of them, their esteem, their confidence is really, really low. And the thing here is, those we handle, Hilda, those we handle. But I'm talking about a situation where at a certain point in life, the man was taking the leadership. He was doing everything right. You get the point? And maybe a time came, to some, they lost their jobs and they're trying to pick their pieces or put their pieces together and trying to find a job so they can still provide for their family. While with others, they never lost a job. But a time came and the woman superseded. Made more money, and then she changed. Those are the ones I'm talking about. That he still feels, I do not have a say in my own house because it was taken away from me. No, I am a confident man. Listen, I'm a confident man. I know the kind of direction I want to take for my family. I know what my family needs. I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Do you?
But I am not given an opportunity. Listen, I'm not given an opportunity to exercise my authority and leadership in my home because my wallet.
That goes back to thinking.
For example,
mindset.
I'll give an example. Here is a situation where the woman owns the car. So she decides what time she leaves the home. And you have to request for permission to use her car.
Do you know why I'm saying it's all about mindset?
No. Before we go to the mindset thing, let me show you. When a child falls sick and you want to take care of that as a man, of course, for us men, we plan nga tusinzira ku nsawo yaffe. I know that there is IHK, there is this hospital, there is another hospital, and probably the alpha female in my life status is up there that she cannot go to a mediocre clinic or facility for treatment. And I don't have a say even in that.
Why don't you have a say?
Exactly, that's where we are going.
Yeah,
that's where we are going. Now, why I don't have a say? I'm not given an opportunity to
Why do you wait to be given an opportunity? Why do you wait for permission as a man? Why? That means there is something you have lost.
No. This what happens. This what happens. The first time it happened, I assumed. And I did it. And what I got after that was belittling. The worst thing that happens to us men is when a woman you married. You know, to marry a woman means I paid your parents everything. Bride price here means for me to earn the right of being your husband, they had to agree. And I had to fulfill certain terms. And I fulfilled those terms. So you are my wife. That's why you carry my name. Wanji?
But that is not demanded. That is
no.
An earned position.
Hilda. An earned position where I have to take everything that I am required to take at my in-laws is different from me working for it. But I'm talking about this. I've gone ahead. I've proved to your parents that I deserve you to be called Sabiti. Whatever that they've asked me, if there are 10 cows or 20 cows, I have taken them. And I have married this woman in the right order and they have given me their blessing.
And then
now, you come into my house and right now, all I'm doing is to enjoy the beauty of marriage with my wife. And my wife spits in my face. Spits in my face telling me, I don't care what you had to go through for me to become Muchala Sabiti. This day, it's nothing and useless to me because
there is a remedy for that.
Before we go to the remedy, because I have a well-paying job. I am an alpha female.
You let that happen. Let that happen. I'm still sticking to that.
Hilda,
and we are coming back to actually resume right from this. You let that happen. You don't need anyone to give you permission. A man must be a man, and that is why I'm saying there is remedy for that. The moment you get back to your rightful position, then you will not be seeking permission. You will not be second guessing yourself, and you will not. The moment you nurture your confidence and assert yourself, not in a disrespectful way, but in a polite way, let me tell you, there are certain, and we're going to talk about them. You can still go back to your rightful position as a man and stand on your feet as a man. And let me tell you, no one is going to challenge that. Because when they challenge, then it's okay. Let them go and live alone. You have to be willing to actually go to the maximum and to be able to even lose this person. To the woman, yeah. You have to be willing to lose her in order to affirm your position. That goes to the extreme, but again, it is possible. Okay, we're coming back.